Minister Modi to address the nation at 8 this evening. Yesterday, Prime Minister Modi had interacted with the chief ministers of all the states and the union territories and said that India must leverage opportunities arising in the post-COVID era. On the occasion of the International Day of Nurse, Prime Minister Modi expresses gratitude to phenomenal nurses working round the clock to defeat COVID-19 and keep the planet healthy. The Health Minister interacts with the representatives of the nursing organizations and appreciates their efforts in tackling COVID-19. Railways begins the passenger train services on 15 select routes. 8 trains to start plying from today, including 3 from New Delhi. Tickets available only on the IRCTC website or the mobile app. Only confirmed ticket holders should go to the railway stations. Over 6 lakh migrant labourers and stranded passengers reach homes by Shramik special trains. Since the 1st of May, over 500 Shramik special trains have helped stranded migrants return home. One Day Bharat Mission continues to bring home the stranded Indians from various countries. Several flights arrive in different parts of India and many more to arrive today from various countries. As part of Samudra Setu operation, INS Magar to bring home 200 Indians today. Active COVID-19 cases across the nation rise to 46,008 with 22,454 recoveries and 2,293 fatalities. Union Health Minister says recovery rate is getting better every day and currently stands at 31.7%. And COVID-19 cases continue to spiral up globally with nearly 42 lakh confirmed cases and over 2.86 lakh deaths and 14.6 lakh deliveries. US remains the worst hit with over 80,000 deaths, followed by UK, Italy and Spain. Hello and welcome. You're watching Doordarshan News with me, Nancy Kohli. Our top story: Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the nation at 8 tonight. And this will be Prime Minister Modi's 4th address to the nation since March. Earlier, the Prime Minister had addressed the nation on 19th March, 24th March and then on the 14th of April. And let's now go across to our correspondent Arun Sharma, who is joining us with more inputs on that. Arun, 4th address of Prime Minister since March, and this is in fact going to be another important one. All eyes will clearly be on what the Prime Minister has to say to the nation at 8.
Nancy, so now will there be a lockdown 4.0 or will there be a complete relaxation? I mean, there are various questions popping up the minds of 130 crore Indians. But as yesterday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi clearly said that lockdown 1.0 was different from lockdown 2.0.
Sure.
And these two lockdowns were different from 3. So, and the other lockdown will be also different from the third one. So the message is clear that there will be a lockdown 4.0, but then yes, tenor and the intensity of the lockdown will be very much different as compared to the other lockdowns. There are 3 important parts that's what Prime Minister Narendra Modi can talk about in today's address to the nation. Number 1, he can come ahead with a roadmap as to what will be done after 17th of May, because we know this fact that economic activity is gradually picking up. Right. So on the other side, as far as the COVID-19 cases are concerned, we are in a position to control the spread, and that's what the challenge is, and government wants to add further to it, and to control the spread, government is, stepping up its effort. So he can come out with a roadmap as to what can be done, what should not be done, what can be the further strategy, number 1. Number 2 can be a public participation or public movement. Prime Minister Narendra Modi can ask for public movement and public feedback as to what can be the strategy of public, what does the public actually want. So he wants to make it a public movement. We have seen this right from the beginning, that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made this COVID-19 fight as a public movement's fight. So that's why he can ask for a feedback. Yesterday also Prime Minister Modi asked for the feedback from the chief ministers of various states during his interaction via video conferencing. That's number 2. And last but not the least, an economic package can't be overruled, because we know this fact that various stakeholders are demanding for an economic package, be it the MSME sector, be it the small unit, be it the industries, all the various sectors are asking for economic package. So there is also a likelihood that Prime Minister Narendra Modi might announce an economic package as well. So there are a lot of speculations going on right now,
Okay.
but probabilities. And last but not the least, this is apart from Nancy, that there can be some kind of out of the box ideas from Prime
Right.
Minister Narendra Modi side that can be part of this address to the nation as well.
Sure, absolutely. Of course, we'll get to know what the address really talks about. That happens at 8 tonight. Thanks, Arun, very much for joining us for the moment and sharing all those inputs. And meanwhile, in news just coming in, the Ministry of External Affairs sources in fact have told Doordarshan News that the second phase of One Day Bharat Mission will be launched from 16th to 22nd of May, and it will bring back Indians from 31 countries. 149 flights, including the feeder flights, will be deployed. This is the news that we have just got about the second phase of the One Day Bharat Mission, clearly focus being on bringing Indians back home from various countries who were stranded due to, of course, the lockdown that had been imposed due to COVID-19 situation across the world. Clearly now they are being brought back home through the One Day Bharat Mission, of which the second phase that will begin from the 16th to 22nd of May. Meanwhile, moving on now, the Indian Railways will begin the passenger train services on 15 select routes from today. 15 pair of special trains have started plying in addition to the Shramik special trains. Other regular passenger services, including all the mail, express, passenger and suburban services, shall remain cancelled until further advice. Now, these special trains which have been started presently will have only air-conditioned classes, that is first, second and third AC. The fare structure for the special trains is the same as that for the regular timetable Rajdhani trains. And only online e-ticketing is allowed through the IRCTC website or through the mobile app. Current booking, Tatkal and premium Tatkal booking is not permitted. Now, 3 special trains are departing from New Delhi today, and New Delhi Bilaspur train has already departed at 4 this evening. Let's in fact bring you some reactions of the passengers on this special train connecting New Delhi with Bilaspur. Listen in.
बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी है। हम अपने स्टेट जा रहे हैं छत्तीसगढ़, बिलासपुर नगर, वहाँ पे बहुत ही अच्छी व्यवस्था की गई है रेलवे द्वारा। सफाई का बहुत ही अच्छा ध्यान रखा गया है। सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग को भी बहुत अच्छे से मद्देनज़र रखा गया है। और जैसे आप प्लेटफॉर्म में एंटर कर रहे हैं तो प्रॉपर सैनिटाइजेशन की व्यवस्था की गई है। हम जैसे ही बर्थ में अपना एंटर किए तो बर्थ भी काफ़ी नीट एंड क्लीन और बहुत ही साफ़ सुथरा है।
सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग में बहुत ध्यान रखा है एंड डिब्बे पे जो है पहले से ज़्यादा साफ़ है एंड पहले से ज़्यादा साफ़ सफाई की हुई है। एंड सरकार ने जो ट्रेन चलाने का प्रबंध किया है बहुत अच्छा किया है। हम बहुत खुश हैं। 2 महीने से हम फंसे हुए थे यहाँ पर, हमारे आज अपने घर जा रहे हैं।
And let's now go across to our correspondent Rajesh Raj, who's joining us from New Delhi railway station. Rajesh, good afternoon. What are you seeing around you in terms of the facilities that have been provided to passengers to make sure that their travel is convenient and they are able to reach home safe and soon?
ट्रेन को दोहराने का काम किया है वो एक कहीं ना कहीं काबिल तारीफ हम कह सकते हैं। और जो मुसाफिर बहुत उत्साहित हैं, क्योंकि तकरीबन 50 दिनों तक ट्रेन से महरूम होने के बाद वो एक बार फिर अपने जो खुशनुमा जो उनकी ट्रेन है, जो एक सपनों की ट्रेन है, हसीन ट्रेन है, उस ट्रेन की सवारी जो है, उस ट्रेन की यात्रा वो कर पाएंगे। और उसके लिए कहीं ना कहीं भारतीय रेल ने 15 जोड़ी ट्रेन जो है देश के विभिन्न हिस्सों में चलाने की जो कवायद की है। आप हमारे पीछे जो ट्रेन देख रहे हैं ये डिब्रूगढ़ राजधानी है, जिसका नाम जो है वो नई दिल्ली डिब्रूगढ़ स्पेशल ट्रेन रखा गया है। पहले ये 1-24-24 12424 इसका नंबर होता था, अब इसका नंबर 02424 है। जो स्पेशल ट्रेन जो है वो बनाई गई है और जो मुसाफिर हैं वो बहुत उत्साहित हैं। हमारे साथ देखिए कई मुसाफिर हैं जिनसे आपको हम पूरे सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का पालन करते हुए आपसे उनको रूबरू कराएंगे। क्या नाम है?
विजय कुमार सर। विजय कुमार।
कहाँ जा रहे हैं आप?
दानापुर, पटना जी।
डिब्रूगढ़ राजधानी से आप जाएंगे, कैसा लग रहा है? कितने दिनों तक आप फंसे रहे और फिर जा रहे हैं घर? किसको थैंक्स करेंगे? भारतीय रेल को?
भारतीय रेल को हम थैंक्स करते हैं सर। हम लोग 1.5-2 महीने से फंसे हुए थे और काफ़ी मुश्किल में थे हम लोग, फिर भी किसी तरह से टिकट बुक हुआ, फिर हम लोग जा रहे हैं। बहुत खुशी है हम लोगों का जी।
दूसरे मुसाफिर भी हमारे साथ हैं, ये सिल्लीगुड़ी जाएंगे जो पश्चिम बंगाल का इलाका है। जिस मुसाफिर से आपको बात कराई वो बिहार जाएंगे, पाटलिपुत्रा दानापुर पहुंचेंगे और ये सिल्लीगुड़ी जाएंगे। आपका क्या नाम है?
अंकुर
सरकार हैं ये, और इनका जो घर है वो सिल्लीगुड़ी है। आप यहाँ पर कितने दिनों से थे और अब जा रहे हैं, क्या फीलिंग है?
हाँ, ऑब्वियसली फीलिंग्स तो अच्छी है। अभी आपको तो पता ही है 22 तारीख से लॉकडाउन था, 22 अप्रैल से, तब से यहाँ पे अटका हुआ था। एक ट्रेनिंग के लिए यहाँ पे था, 8 अप्रैल को ख़त्म हो गया, उसके बाद यहीं पे था। तो अच्छा लग रहा है कि ऐसे जा पा रहा हूँ घर, क्योंकि दूसरा कोई रास्ता है नहीं। थोड़ा सा आते टाइम थोड़ा सा डिसअपियर हुआ था, लेकिन अभी
के अंदर तो साफ सफाई, स्टेशन पर सफाई
अभी अंदर अच्छा है, गैप डिस्टेंस सारे मेंटेन कर रहे हैं। और
ये देखिए, ये कह रहे हैं
Right,
सिलीगुड़ी
yes.
की यात्रा करने वाले मुसाफिर की कहीं ना कहीं प्लेटफॉर्म पर और बोगियों में जो है साफ सफाई पहले से ज़्यादा दिखाई पड़ रही है। थोड़ी मशक्कत करके स्टेशन तक पहुंचना जरूर पड़ा है, क्योंकि कुछ दूरी पर ही गाड़ियां जो है उनको छोड़ देना पड़ा, इसीलिए इनको पैदल चल के यहाँ जरूर पहुंचना पड़ा है। लेकिन इनके मन में एक खुशी है, उत्साह का आलम है, इसलिए कि घर जाना है तो उस पर धूप और वर्षा और पानी और ठंड की सिकुड़न वो कहीं ना कहीं इनके ऊपर हावी
Yes.
नहीं हो रही है। भारी धूप के बावजूद, भारी गर्मी के बावजूद अपने गंतव्य स्थान तक कई किलोमीटर की यात्रा कर भारतीय रेल में सवार होने के लिए जो मुसाफिर पहुंच रहे हैं, उनके चेहरे की चमक नैन्सी देखने लायक है और ट्रेन में बैठकर वो भारतीय रेल का शुक्रिया अदा कर रहे हैं।
All right, Rajesh, thanks very much for joining us and sharing those inputs. So these passengers who were stranded, of course, across the country due to the nationwide lockdown are now, in fact, feeling relieved that they will be able to reach their intended destination through these select passenger train services that have started. And yes, special passenger trains have resumed journey today. It's a partial resumption of the passenger train services after the lapse of almost 2 months. The passengers at the Howrah station are now waiting anxiously to board the train to national capital Delhi. Anibrata Bhattacharya files this report.
It's indeed a momentous experience. The passenger who are going to avail this AC special train, passenger special train, that will start or leave Howrah station. The government has made arrangement of 15 pairs of train from different parts of country. They will take the passengers to Delhi. And yesterday, that all tickets were exhausted within 20 minutes time. And it was indeed an arduous experience to many of them, because many of them traveled this distance to Howrah station on foot, and some of them got certainly hired car and came here. Now they are heaving a sigh of relief that they are at last they are availing this train, and that will take them to their destined places. And here several arrangements have been made, proper sanitization has been done, and thereafter social distancing has been made. Thereafter, after thorough checking, the passengers have been allowed to enter into the train. And they are expressing a sense of gratitude to the government. The government has taken this measure, taken this step to take them to their destined places. With cameraman Shomak Bhattacharya and Pinak Rai, I am reporting for DD News from Kolkata.
And passengers travelling by these special trains will observe the following precautions, including only passengers with confirmed tickets shall be allowed to enter the railway station. And it's mandatory for all the passengers. They should all be wearing face covers and masks at the entry and even during travel. That's a must. The passengers, in fact, must reach the station at least 90 minutes in advance. Well, these are in fact okay. These are the live visuals we are getting, of course, from the New Delhi railway station, where Dibrugarh special train is now departing. Let's go across now to our correspondent Rajesh Raj, who is there at the station. Rajesh, we are getting these visuals of this train which is just left, just departed. Just explain to us what you were telling earlier, how these passengers are feeling so relieved, with, of course, now they will be able to reach their intended destinations. Rajesh, are you with us?
हाँ बिल्कुल नैन्सी, आप देख सकती हैं कि जो डिब्रूगढ़ राजधानी है वो कहीं ना कहीं जो स्पेशल ट्रेन है वो स्पेशल ट्रेन अपने गंतव्य के लिए निकल चुकी है नई दिल्ली रेलवे स्टेशन से। आप हमारे ठीक बाईं तरफ आप देख सकते हैं कि यह जो सपनों की ट्रेन है, ये सपनों की ट्रेन है, ये नई दिल्ली से डिब्रूगढ़ के लिए ये निकल चुकी है। और जो मुसाफिर हैं, मुसाफिर काफ़ी उत्साहित हैं और कहीं ना कहीं रेलवे स्टेशन पर सुरक्षा के कड़े बंदोबस्त और तमाम जो हाइजीन की व्यवस्था के बीच, जो सैनिटाइजेशन के बीच, सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग के बीच यह ट्रेन रवाना हुई है। और इस ट्रेन को आप देख सकते हैं कि यहाँ पर सुरक्षा कर्मी जो है वो तैनात हैं और लगातार ये कोशिश की जा रही है कि ट्रेन के अंदर हो या प्लेटफॉर्म पर हो, सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का पालन किया जाए और जो लोग यहाँ पर पहुँच रहे हैं उन्हें कहीं ना कहीं पूरी साफ सफाई के साथ ट्रेन में दाखिल किया जाए, ट्रेन के भीतर भी बैठने के मुकम्मल इंतजाम किया जाए। और आप देख सकते हैं कि ये ट्रेन जो है ये छूट चुकी है, सुरक्षा कर्मी जो है यहाँ तैनात हैं और लगातार ये कोशिश की जा रही है भारतीय रेल के द्वारा कि जो मुसाफिर लॉकडाउन के दौरान फंसे हुए हैं, जो मुसाफिर लॉकडाउन के दौरान देश के विभिन्न हिस्सों में फंसे हुए हैं, उन्हें अपने गंतव्य स्थल तक पहुंचाया जाए। और उसकी एक वानगी देखने को मिली जब 4 बजे नई दिल्ली रेलवे स्टेशन के प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 1 पर जो चेयरमैन विनोद कुमार यादव ने बिलासपुर नई दिल्ली ट्रेन को रवाना किया दर्शकों का अभिवादन करके, और दूसरी ट्रेन जो है ये डिब्रूगढ़ के लिए रवाना हुई है और तीसरी ट्रेन नई दिल्ली से रात 9:15 पर बेंगलुरु के लिए खुलेगी। पटना से 7:20 पर राजेंद्र नगर टर्मिनल से ट्रेन रवाना होगी, हावड़ा से ट्रेन चलेगी। कुल मिलाकर 8 ट्रेन जो है आज चलेगी और 15 जोड़ी ट्रेन पूरे लॉकडाउन पीरियड में जो है वो चलने का काम करेंगे और देश भर में जो फंसे हुए लोग हैं उन्हें बाहर निकालकर उन्हें गंतव्य स्थल तक पहुंचाया जाएगा।
Absolutely. In fact, the background is that the government had, of course, announced a reopening of the select passenger trains in the country starting from today, of course, in a graded manner. That is, Rajesh, and that's what you're telling us. In fact, 15 pairs of trains will be operating from New Delhi to different states in India. This, of course, coming after the passengers, the people across the country were stranded across the country due to the nationwide lockdown that had to be imposed arising of the COVID-19 situation. Of course, railways, they're resuming their operation of the trains connecting various places across the country. And once again, let's go back to our top story of the One Day Bharat Mission. The External Affairs Ministry Affairs sources have told Doordarshan News that the second phase of the One Day Bharat Mission will be launched from 16 till 22nd of this month, and it will bring back Indians from 31 countries. 149 flights, including feeder flights, will be deployed. Flights from Russia, Ukraine, Uzbekistan, Germany, Netherlands, France, Spain and Thailand will bring home Indians stranded there. Let's go across now to our correspondent Abhishek Jha, who is there on the phone line. So this is, of course, news that we are getting at the moment from our sources. Okay. Yes, Abhishek.
Right now, this is the second phase of One Day Bharat Mission that government is going to launch from 16th of May. Earlier, you have seen that the week, 1 week of One Day Bharat has brought towards that. It was aimed at bringing about 14,000 plus passengers from abroad. So this time, this is going to be even more comprehensive, and more countries, more destinations are included in this. Overall, 149 flights are being aimed, which will be bringing Indians from countries of about almost like 31 countries from globally. And these flights will be going to states like Kerala, Delhi, Karnataka, Telangana, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, Punjab, Bihar, Odisha, Chandigarh. So almost entire country will be covered. So people from all over the globe, Indian people from across the country will be coming to India. And government, as we have seen earlier, also government has taken full, coordinated effort to quarantine all those people who are coming from abroad. Once they, so that all the logistical arrangements have been made in coordination with the state. Also, the missions, we have seen that it was hinted almost like 3-4 days ago that there could be a second phase of this One Day Bharat mission, and several embassies in Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, many missions in European countries, they started asking Indian nationals, whoever were stranded and they wanted to come back to India, to register themselves with with their respective missions. And now, as you see, that second phase of mission One Day Bharat is going to be launched. So these Indians who have registered with their respective missions, they will be brought to India. And as the practice has been, that these Indians will be allowed on the basis of urgencies and immediate, and all. So these type of people will be allowed, and we can see more and more Indians coming to India.
Absolutely right, Abhishek. Of course, this is the largest evacuation, the largest expatriation exercise being carried out in the country, and of course now the second phase of the One Day Bharat mission that will be starting from 16th of this month. And talking about the various factors that are also being taken care of, and I would like to focus on the health and the hygiene factors as well during these flights, because only asymptomatic passengers are allowed to travel to both the flights. Social distancing norms is something that's going to be very carefully observed and taken care of. So tell us a bit more about these criteria that has been set forth before those willing to board these flights must adhere to.
Exactly. We have been told that all the passengers who want to board these flights, they need to be asymptomatic. They are issued a certificate that they don't have any symptoms of COVID-19. And if anybody is confirmed so those passengers are not allowed. Once they are landed, they land to India or to their destinations, they are from that airport, they are taken to their destination city or nearby city where the quarantine facility is available, and respective state governments take care of their quarantine. And they earlier also it was said that these all passengers will be paying for all these flights and quarantine facility. All the health protocol is followed before the flight, during the flight, and even after the flight. The social distancing norms, everybody has to follow these. Masking their face.
Right.
Hygienic condition has to be maintained in the flights also. So all health protocols and SOPs are strictly followed during the flights also, because we know that our crew who are flying these aircraft, they are very crucial and valuable in these operations, because one crew may have to ferry so many passengers from across the nation that they may have to have more and more flights coming. So they also need to take care of their own hygiene.
Absolutely.
And health safety measures. So all these health measures and safety protocols are practiced in a very stringent manner. And once passengers are brought here in India, they are sent to 14 days quarantine. And after quarantine, there will be tests. And once they are found to be negative, they will be allowed to go to their respective homes or cities wherever they want.
Okay. All right, Abhishek Jha, thanks very much for joining us for the moment and sharing those inputs. Thanks very much. Meanwhile, the Indian consulate officials with Air India and airport officials are proactively helping the distressed citizens at the Dubai airport to iron out any last-minute difficulty. The Dubai-Kannur flight has 177 passengers with 5 infants. Here are some reactions of the passengers on that flight.
I'm very happy that I got the ticket, I got the chance to go in this COVID situation. And I'm 34 weeks pregnant now, and with me my small baby.
My job is already lost for this situation. Then I'm going back to Kannur for this Kannur flight for touching my families. And here is also my native place. Whenever is contact for me, then I will helping for them.
And the Indian consulate officials along with the Dubai airport authorities gave a standing ovation to the nurses of the Dubai health authorities who are on front line doing medical screening of hundreds of passengers who are taking the special flights back to India in these unprecedented challenging times when the world is hit by the global pandemic COVID-19.
Day 6 of the One Day Bharat mission, and the flight from Dubai to Kannur is full with more than 175 people. As you can see behind me, there are people who are ready to board. There are about 20 pregnant women, more than 70 workers who've lost their jobs are or in distress. Besides, there are a significant number of medical emergency cases.
Prime Minister Modi in a tweet has said that International Day of the Nurse is a special day to express gratitude to the phenomenal nurses working around the clock to keep our planet healthy. Presently, they are doing great work towards defeating COVID-19. We are extremely grateful to the nurses and their families. Inspired by Florence Nightingale, our hard-working nursing staff personify abundant compassion. Today, we also reiterate our commitment to keep working for the welfare of the nurses and to devote greater attention to opportunities in this field so that there is no shortage of caregivers, quote unquote. And on the International Nurses Day, Dr. Harshvardhan, the Health Minister, interacted with the representatives of the nursing organizations from across the country in New Delhi. And speaking on the occasion, the Health Minister appreciated the efforts of the nurses who are the frontline warriors in the fight against COVID-19. He said that the World Health Organization declared 2020 as the year of nurses and midwives to commemorate the 200th anniversary of exemplary Florence Nightingale, who lived her life for her patients. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of the news, but news and updates will continue here on Doordarshan News. For the moment, thanks for being with us.